talking to the Nigeria's FinTech ambassador, called an envoy of sorts for the global FinTech in Nigeria, the president of the FinTech Association, who's also a former president of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria. And last year, he became the chairman of the Global Council of Global Banking Education Standards Board, which has a vice president from other countries around the world, including Hong Kong, the UK, and Ghana, and from about more than about 24 countries, talking about global education and how technology and innovation are getting to this together. Dr. Olusegun Aina, UFR. Well, what's this global banking education? Yeah, you've been a banker, so you understand the principles of banking and all of that. But why is fintech being discussed within the space of this global council that was set up last year, or inaugurated last year in Kuala Lumpur, to broaden banking education, in particular for developing countries such as Nigeria?
Yes, actually it was inaugurated in Kuala Lumpur, but the idea started in Kuala Lumpur in 2011.
That was quite some time,
12
6, 7
countries
years
started
ago.
Together. I was then the vice president of the Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, and we set up a task force of which I was a member, together working with 10 countries, India, Singapore, Hong Kong, UK, Canada, to set up the Global Banking Education Standard Board, which is aimed at standardizing banking education worldwide. So if a banker is trained in Nigeria and have acquired the professional banking education, if you go to UK or Asia, any part in Asia, you know, it will be basically the same standard. The same thing with standard of ethics and professionalism in banking. You want to be standardized and make it, you know, standardized, you know, all over the world. A lot of institutions also have it. A lot of professions, you know, have that. But it was launched in April 2017, and by July 2017 we had an election, and I was elected as the first ever chairman of that body. And I'm pleased to work with this group of 30 countries, which will go to about 100 countries in the next 2 years, to be able to work together. We are working a lot about education standard and so on and so forth. We have a committee headed by, you know, a UK representative working on the education standard committee. And fintech and technology plays, you know, a lot of role in learning. I mentioned educational technology earlier on, edtech. There are a lot of ways by which education is changing, by which examination processes are changing, certification processes are changing. And all of us working together throughout the world will then come, you know, use this technology to be able to drive certification, to drive how people acquire knowledge, both on the job and on an ongoing basis. The first draft guidelines, you know, is ready. It's been circulated among stakeholders. Hopefully, before the end of the year, to be released publicly to the whole world as to what and what it is that we are doing. It holds a lot of promise for banking, for banks, for bankings and bankers, and for the entire, you know, global, you know, economy. And I think it's something that has been very, very late in coming, but we thank God that it's here now. And Nigeria is very privileged to be the first chairman of that global body.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
In terms of financial technology or fintech, outside Broad Street, which is the home of financial services in Nigeria, where next in Nigeria's economy as we struggle to revive the economy, diversify the economy? Where else do you see the next bus stop for, or the next destination for fintech in Nigeria? What sector?
I think after financial services, we're looking at agriculture. Agriculture seems to me to be the next major beneficiary of, you know, of technology, financial technology, and also competing with that is also education, educational technology. We see a lot because the first innovations and so on have been payment systems and so on, which is you know, you can understand that because that is area of immediate need. That is where you can make, you know, innovators can make their money, you know, immediately. But there are other bigger areas where you can have, you know, a very, very great transformational effect on the economy. And we are looking at agriculture, we are looking at education technology, and that is why this conference that is coming up as next something is going to cover some of these areas, and we are going to see young Nigerians, young Africans, and even some other people coming from outside of the earth, because we are expecting people from about 25 countries in the world. We are going to have startup challenge. That's like a pitching, you know, an hackathon, where people will demonstrate ideas and products that they are working on in various fields.
Ideas, they say, rule the world. So, and ideas have to translate into money.
Yes.
Do you think we're leveraging that? You said we have 6 hubs in Nigeria already.
No, more than 6 hubs. We should have about 24 hubs now.
24.
About 24 hubs.
Compared to that in Lagos.
No, in Lagos, about 10 in Lagos. The most prominent in Lagos is CC Hub, the co-creation hub. But there are about 10 or 12 in Lagos. In fact, a new one just came in 2 months ago. That is the MEST Water Entrepreneurial School of Engineering. That's why we are hosting the African FinTech Roundtable, African FinTech Leaders Roundtable on the 24th of January, a day before the FinTech. We are bringing people from all over Africa because we want to make Nigeria the African FinTech leader. And we are bringing people from about 25 African countries to sit down in the roundtable to see how we can all work together so that we can create market access, for people working in these various hubs, so that the products that are developed in Nigeria can be widely used, because it's clear that there are peculiar African challenges and we need peculiar innovative solutions to be able to solve our problems. What are peculiar Nigerian challenges? Well, the main one you can easily see that everybody is infrastructure. This is something that affects everybody in terms of how things happen, how things work out. A lot of young people, and when I say young does not even mean age now. It's the mindset. Just like could be someone like me. Just like Al-Olama, the new. It's interesting. The United Arab Emirates is the first country in the world to have a minister for artificial intelligence. It's a 27-year-old young man called Al-Olama, and he says, young does not mean age. It's a mindset that even if you are 100 years old and you have the mindset of a young person, you are still very, very young. So in that respect, people that are developing stuff, people that are creating things are not necessarily, although the majority of them are young people and so on and so on and so forth. So it's not a matter of age, it's a matter of ideas, how you can think of problems. And there are so many problems, real-world problems in Nigeria, real-world problems in Africa, that we need creativity, we need creative mind to be able to do this, as we're able to contribute to the economy and solve those problems.